Hello, I'm Michael Diamond, and you're watching Muscle Central. Okay, this video, I'll be talking about some things that Shawn has said about Chad Nichols. For those of you who don't know who Chad Nichols is, he's one of the original gurus going back from the 90s, worked with a lot of big name athletes, also the husband of former Miss Olympia Kim Chivetsky. Okay, let's get to the heart of this video. A couple of years ago, when Dallas McCarver had passed away, Shawn came on and made comments blaming Dallas McCarver's death on Chad Nichols and the protocols that he uses. Dallas McCarver obviously was working with Chad Nichols. Recently, he's done another interview, and he went on more about it. He blamed the deaths of Nasser El Sambate. Like I said before, it's Dallas McCarver, Don Youngblood, blamed all those deaths on Chad Nichols. Also, the health issues of people like Don Long, Tom Prince, and the list goes on. There's really too many people for me to mention. Okay, now, is he right to blame Chad Nichols for the deaths of these athletes and for health issues that they are dealing with now? Yes, Chad Nichols gave him protocols to use, and it's very likely that these protocols had a factor in health issues and possibly the deaths of some. First, let me say this. I'm not talking about steroids. Steroids are not what's killing these athletes, although many of them don't just abuse them. A lot of them probably get the same results using lower dosages, but it's not the steroids that are doing it. It's other things they're using, more the diuretic and insulin protocols that these guys are using. Now, yes, Chad Nichols, like I said, Chad Nichols is laying out his protocols. They're following his direction. But these are grown men. They've gone to Chad Nichols seeking his help because they wanted to attain a certain look, because they wanted to be at the top of their game. They wanted to win. And I'm sure everybody's ultimate goal in bodybuilding is to be Mr. Olympia. So they go to Chad Nichols. Chad Nichols gives them these protocols. He's not putting a gun to anybody's head saying, you got to do this. They're going to him, they're asking him to lay out a plan for them to use to achieve a certain result. He's giving them a plan, but it's their choice to use it. Now, I would consider it reckless on Chad Nichols' part if he's giving the athletes these protocols and not also laying out the potentially serious or deadly side effects. Yes, That's would be reckless. If you're giving people these protocols and you're not also informing them of the possible consequences of following these protocols, that to me is reckless. But even if he is laying out the consequences to them while giving them these protocols, it's still a good idea for these athletes not just to blindly follow. They should also do their own research, and then you make a decision whether you want to take these types of risks or not. I personally don't think that insulin and diuretics are needed. Diuretics, if you're doing your prep right, there shouldn't be any need to throw in those diuretics at the last minute to pull out whatever excess water your body's holding. If it's done right, that will happen on its own without the use of diuretics. And insulin, which many believe is anabolic, actually it's not. Insulin in itself is not anabolic. What it's doing is it helps drive nutrients. It delivers nutrients into your muscles, which helps recovery and rebuild, but it's not really an anabolic hormone, and it's not needed. I discussed it before in videos about insulin, whether the nutrients get in there immediately by spiking insulin levels, or they get into the muscles an hour later. It doesn't matter as long as they get there to elicit recovery and repair. That's all that really matters. Okay, to conclude this video, yes, some of the protocols that Chad Nichols uses with his athletes are dangerous, very dangerous, and potentially deadly. But he's not forcing these athletes to follow it. They're going to him, they're asking for, they're not just asking, they're paying him to lay these protocols out for them. They should know the risks they're taking, and they're grown, like I said, they're grown men, and they choose to take the risk. It all falls on the athlete. I don't care how dangerous a protocol is that someone tells you to use. If you're making the choice yourself to follow it, so it is all on you. Is it right to blame blame Chad Nichols for the deaths of these athletes? I would have to agree that the protocols that they used were not the smartest thing to do, not the safest thing to do. Let me change that. They were dangerous things to do, but he did not force them to do it. They made their choice. The fault does not lie on him. They paid him for some information, and he gave him the information. What they do with it is totally on themselves. Let me know if you agree or disagree with me. You can let me know in the comment section. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. Please share, and by all means subscribe. Once again, this is... do not forget to hit that notification bell. This way, every time I put up a new video, you will be notified. And once again, this is Michael Diamond, and I'd like to thank you for watching Muscle Central.